Hello.
Hello สวัสดีค่ะ
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Questions for us
Combat.
today?
I don't ask you before.
I
Didn't ask you before.
don't think so.
Combat and battle.
Battle and combat.
Combat means fight.
Fighting.
But usually people use battle.
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 A battle is bigger than combat. Usually, if just two people are fighting, we might say that's a fight or it's some type of physical combat. But a battle is bigger. A battle is like a war.
Army.
Yeah, like between, but it doesn't have to be people. It could be ships, could be airplanes, but air combat also. But combat is like fighting. Battle is like war. So if you understand the difference between fighting and war, then I think you can understand the difference between battle and combat. But a war is the difference between all of those is difficult. A war is usually long and very deadly. Lots of people die. But a fight could be very fast, be very quick. Like if you see someone on the street, it's not a war. It's just a fight. But a war is going to be for a long time. So if you have a gang, if you have a group of people on the street, that could be a war. If you have one gang and there's another gang and they fight each other for 10 years, you could say this is a war. A war has many battles in it. So maybe you have a battle on Sunday and a battle on Tuesday and a battle on Friday. For many years, we call that a war.
And when people use combat, I have combat.
Not have. I was in combat.
I was in combat.
Yeah, and that means that you were fighting in a way that was dangerous and you could kill someone or they could kill you. So we describe different types of wars, different types of fighting with combat. So hand-to-hand combat. That means you're fighting with your hands.
Hand to hand.
Yeah, hand-to-hand combat. So he has hands and I have hands. Could be sword combat. Could be gun. Maybe even gun combat. Probably not. But it's the weapons that you're using, the tools that you're using, and it's the type of fighting that you're doing. So cage combat, like in the martial art, in the UFC, they would say that's cage combat. It's like fighting, cage combat. It's similar, but what's the difference? Combat is a little bit stronger. If you said, I'm fighting my friend, I don't know that it means with your hands. If you say, I'm fighting my friend, it could be with money, could be with words, could be with ideas. But if you said, I'm in combat with my friend, then that means like this. That's only with
Fight the right way.
It's not the right way, but it's fighting to hurt someone with your hands, to hurt their body. not to hurt their mind, not to hurt their feelings. If I say, hey, Sipti, you're fat, that's not combat. That could be some type of fighting to make you sad or to make you angry. It's not combat. Combat is going to be with a weapon or with your hands.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, why don't you try? Because these are similar. So if you don't understand, don't worry. Because that's why Sipti's here, is to help us.
I don't understand also.
Oh, no. Okay, you try first. War.
War.
Not wool.
War.
Right, the R.
War.
Get our goldfish ready.
No. No.
It's going to be a goldfish day. I can feel it.
I don't want.
I don't
Want
Oh,
the war
I don't want.
to have the war
Why the war?
because it's big thing.
It can't be the. A.
War.
Yeah.
I don't want a war. A war.
That's true, but that means that you're the leader. You can't be just a regular person and say, I don't want to have a war. You only can say that if you can choose if you can have a war or not. So you would only say that if you were the leader. If you were the general,
Another side.
the other side said, hey, let's fight. And you say, no, I don't want to have a war.
I don't want to have a war.
Okay, fine. Next one.
What?
Battle.
Battle. I don't like to battle with some. Battle is big. It's war, right? When Thailand battle.
Thailand. Oh, right.
Thailand battle with what in the past battle?
What do you think?
Battled
Oh, right. Right.
battled with Myanmar.
Sipti's
We
grandfather.
lose many people.
We
Lost many people.
Oh, they did too. That's a battle. No, that's fighting. When we fought.
Battle.
A battle is something that you can imagine. When I see a battle, there's two sides and they're like this. You can see the battle. When someone's talking about a battle, it's something that you can see.
Okay. We can see the old battle in many movies.
Exactly, that's fine. Okay. Combat.
I will fight with my friend.
Friend. Oh, right.
Oh no, with my friend.
And I think Sipti didn't finish the goldfish, so there might be some ants now.
By gun.
Extra protein.
By gun combat.
No, like I said, guns are not really combat.
By our body.
Body combat.
Body combat.
But I don't know what body combat would look like.
Like Muay Pam, like WWE. Or thing. Head, hand.
But it's not body combat.
What you call?
Maybe hand-to-hand combat.
Hand-to-hand combat. I will fight with my friend by hands-to-hands combat. Or just one hand-to-hand combat.
Not by. I will fight with my friend.
Two. No.
Not to.
For, of.
No.
I don't know. In.
Yeah.
In.
I think it's in.
In hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. And the last one was fight.
I don't like fighting.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Good. Okay, good. So, now we're back to part 2 of, what is it called?
In the blue or something.
Sipti's.
Oh, Sipti's painful. Movie reviews.
Not reviews.
Review.
No.
Reviews.
Yes, it's an R, not an L. Anyway, where were we? So we were confused. Sipti didn't really know what was happening.
And help.
Something was going on about, they were in the water or something. No. Okay, so they found the Zephyr, it was called, and then there was a problem because they had no money. Sipti knows about that, right? No money. And there was a plane full of drugs that was next to their ship. So there were some drug dealers that were also causing them trouble. Okay, and then?
And then.
Then?
And then.
Okay.
And then.
Sipti came.
After police gone.
After the police.
Gone. Go. Lived. We talked after.
We
talked.
All right.
After. I can't remember her name.
Amanda.
Amanda sold.
All right.
No.
Delicious.
So, cocaine already or not?
She didn't sell anything. She never sold anything.
She'll give to back people.
So her and the lawyer went to get some of the drugs, and then she went to
the guy. The royal punched him at the bar.
Okay, but
Went to his house.
who was he?
Bad guy.
Bad guy?
Black people.
Black guy? There were many black people, so that we can't. He's not the only one.
Head of black guy.
No. He was the club owner.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, I own this club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he can be the club owner. We'll call him the club owner.
Okay. Amanda and the royal.
Royal?
Loyal.
Oh, the lawyer.
Went to the owner bar's house. The bar owner's house. She wanted to sell cocaine. The cocaine, and probably she told him about the airplane. Airplane. After that, someone called Jared. He said probably he was after Jared talked with someone. He went to the big boat.
The big boat. It's not the big
The
boat.
boat. A boat. Went to a boat in the ocean.
Okay.
And he found his friends. Got problem. Got trouble. Made trouble. No. Some group catch them.
No.
What do you call?
Probably, I don't think you understood, but let's see. Go ahead.
Because one group they stuck or caught his friends because they wanted to get all of cocaine.
All.
Of the cocaine.
Okay.
And Jared said he wanted some money to.
No. Okay. So it was more complicated than that. But they only talked. So probably you didn't understand.
Yes, they talk a lot.
Okay. So Amanda went to the club owner, the black guy with the mohawk.
Yes, I remember.
But they didn't show it, but they talked about it. She tried to sell him the drugs. He knew what those drugs were because his boss was trying to find them. That was their plane that crashed. Okay.
Their owner before.
Yeah. So when they found when the club owner saw that, he said, "You need to come talk with my boss." So then he took Amanda and the lawyer onto that yacht to talk with his boss. That British guy is he looked like he was probably on drugs or something. He was very pale and he looked very sick, right? That guy on the yacht was, we thought in the movie, like the drug dealer, the bad guy. He was the bad guy, right? But in that scene, they talked about many things. When Jared came, the lawyer said, "Hey, look, now you understand. I'm not Babylon," he said.
Babylon
Yeah.
means.
This is complicated.
I don't know Babylon.
Right.
Babylon is city.
No. So yeah, Babylon was a civilization a long time ago. But now, okay, people in Jamaica. Jamaica. You know Jamaica? Where Bob Marley is from?
Is city หรอ
It's a country.
Jamaica. No, I don't.
Where reggae music comes from. People
I know
who have
reggae
dreads.
music.
You don't know Bob Marley?
I know, but I don't know Jamaica.
Anyway, well,
okay.
where he comes from is not so far from this
Caribbean.
area. Okay, in Jamaica, people have reggae music, right? In Hawaii, reggae music was very popular. I used to listen to reggae music. In reggae music, they talk about Babylon. Babylon is the United States and Europe. It means the cities and countries that have a lot of technology and a lot of money and holding other people down. It's called Babylon. It's not one specific country. It doesn't necessarily mean the United States. It's just all of the countries of the world that are trying to hold other people down or make trouble for other people with too much money and too much technology and too much
Las Vegas
control.
เหรอ When
No,
people
it's
go
a-
to Las Vegas
No, it has nothing to do with Las Vegas. It's the economies and the countries that are controlling other people because they're too powerful. It's called Babylon. Okay. Also, in this movie, Babylon means the police and authority and governments and things like that. Nowadays, if someone says Babylon, they're usually talking about the police. But in reggae music, Babylon is more than that. It's like the economies and countries that are powerful, that are making trouble for other people. So in this movie, though, Babylon means the police. So in this movie, the lawyer thought, because he called Jared, he said, Jared, come here, okay, because I need your help. Jared came. The lawyer thought that the other people on that yacht just wanted to make sure that he wasn't the police. He didn't know that the drugs were from those people. They didn't tell him that. They just said, you need to bring the person here who you're working with. Because they wanted everyone to be on the boat so that there was nobody going to tell the police. So then when Jared came, they said, oh yeah, we know that guy. And then the lawyer said, look, you understand now we're not Babylon. You can give us the money. And then the British guy on the boat said, no, those are my drugs. Don't try to sell me my drugs. And then the lawyer said, oh shit.
I'm not sure
He said, oh no, this is bad. So then the British guy said, the leader on the yacht, right? The
I
leader.
remember.
He said, I think his name was, there was
you white guy and
Bryce
I
and
look back
yeah, I can't remember the other guy, that guy's name. But anyway, he said, okay, you got to go get the rest of my plane in 12 hours. Or I'm gonna come after you. No, 12 hours. He said, you got to get here in 12 hours with all of it, or I'm coming after you. And Jared first said no. And then he said, okay, I need $30,000 and I'll do it.
okay
Okay, now we understand. Okay.
and after that Jared and his friend went to the airplane before he went back to his house, right, and talked with Sam. But Sam didn't want to do with them
Not do.
didn't want to work with them.
Okay, that's okay.
So
Because? Why not?
because it's dangerous and she didn't like Amanda, she made problem.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Just guess.
Anyway,
And
keep going.
after that, Jared and the Royal and Amanda went to the airplane and airplane and tried to pick the cocaine up.
You used the phrasal verb right, but it's not really the right expression. Not got.
To get all of the cocaine.
Okay.
But why? or the shark. But as Amanda was working, the shark came.
Not the.
A shark came to her and
Hello.
bite.
Not came to her. It's like, hello.
No.
A shark.
A shark going. A shark bit her. So everyone had to pick her up. She almost lost her leg or lost, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
It's getting quiet.
because that problem, Jared cut.
Because that problem? No.
Because Amanda got bite.
Got.
Bit. They couldn't pick the cocaine up.
Okay.
Then they went to the hospital, and after that, Jared and his friend still had to do work.
Where did they work? McDonald's?
No, had to go get the cocaine. But as they drove and
Droved.
drove
Oh, okay.
drove car back.
Drove car back where?
Drove car
Drove
back.
whose car? Where car? Whose
Drove-
car? What kind of car?
As Jared drove his car back to his house, Sam and
Oh, right.
the royal yelled at each other.
Mm-hmm.
As they yelled,
What did they say? I don't know.
Sam don't want.
Sam
Sam didn't want
didn't want
them.
any more goldfish.
Yes, I don't want.
Okay.
Keep working. Keep work.
It's not work.
Keep
It's not a
doing.
job.
Keep do that.
Sam
Didn't want Jared and the royal do anymore.
No, she was yelling at them because they made a mistake. Not about the future. But she didn't care about the future. She was angry about what they did.
Because Jared.
No, she was angry at the lawyer.
Oh, I forgot the royal.
Yeah.
Small guy. Na. And as that time,
As that time.
and after that,
Okay.
the owner bar called
The
the bar owner,
the club owner.
the club owner called Jared, and
Hey, what's up, man?
he asked about cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
And when he turned,
Who's he?
when Jared
Right.
turned around,
Not turned around.
turn right,
No.
turn his head.
Turned his head.
He found,
Not found.
he saw
Right.
the club owner
Okay.
and
A cat.
no,
Okay, no,
another guy.
Okay.
So, and after that, then they tried.
Hey, look, it's duck and seal.
No,
Oh,
not
no,
them.
okay.
Ran away, drove away.
Okay.
Two guys in another car follow him
followed. All right.
them until Jared decided to let Sam and the royal drove away.
Not drove.
Drive away. And he led to criminal the cup owner and his friend caught him.
He let them catch him.
Let them catch him.
Yep.
After that, Sam went to his friend. Her friend.
Okay.
Her friend. He was police. The policeman.
Okay.
She told him about the real thing, everything.
Not the real thing.
Cocaine,
About
cocaine.
No. About
The problem.
About what happened.
About what happened.
Yeah.
As Sam stayed with her friend. The lawyer went.
The royal.
The lawyer.
The lawyer.
The lawyer
Okay.
went. I don't know what he went. But
What he went?
What he go?
No, not what.
Where
Oh, right.
he went.
Oh, okay.
Look like his house.
Look like?
His house or Jared's
His house?
house?
How?
House.
He went somewhere.
He went somewhere.
Okay.
And after that,
Shifty smiled. Are you thinking of the goldfish? That's why you're excited?
huh?
Okay, anyway, keep going.
Jared,
Exciting. Let's hear
the
the
cup,
exciting
the
story. Come
cup
on.
owner and his friend brought Jared to the boat. The boat. We have any boat right now? The boat's criminal.
The yacht.
The yacht. When they got there, everything happened.
Everything happened? I don't think so.
When they got there, they saw something happened.
What happened?
Some group, some people came there before them and
Oh, you're
you-
trying. No. You're trying to say they saw
they saw
something
something
had happened.
had happened.
Right. But you can't just make up your own sentences
Had
because
happened.
it doesn't make sense. So you have to be very careful. For you, they saw something happen. It seems very close to the real sentence, which is something had happened. But to me, they're completely different. There's no connection between those two things. And so
Had
it's
happened.
very hard for someone to understand what you're trying to say. I have been doing this for so long I can, but nobody in America, if you went to the United States and you said that, nobody would
Hasn't
understand.
been happened before until
Yeah.
they saw. Had happened.
Yes.
Two black guys said Jared should stay there and they
Not will.
would go to find
All right.
someone.
Okay. Goldfish.
Jared
They went to look for the goldfish.
the two black guys. Someone someone shot the two black guys.
Okay.
After that, Jared decided to walking around
Decided to
looking for
decided to
go inside and find
inside. All right.
and find
And found.
And
Let me get
found.
2 of them.
and he found
Okay. 2.
many people
Goldfish.
Die.
Many.
Many guys.
What do you call a person if they have no life? What is this with
Dead body.
not dead, just
Dead.
no, the
Deadly.
other word. No dead.
Die.
No. I just said no dead after.
After.
Yeah, you just said it, but you said dead, not dead, just the other word.
Body. Bodies.
Yeah, bodies have no life.
Just bodies.
You don't need to say dead bodies.
He saw many bodies.
Yeah, you can say dead bodies, but you don't need to. A body has no life. Yeah.
Okay. He saw many bodies. And he saw his friend, the rich guy. He was killed. He was killed everyone there. The rich guy, long hair. He killer.
He
was killer.
Okay, but nobody knows. There's so many friends. You have to tell people a little bit clearer
rich
who this
guy.
guy was.
The rich guy.
You never talked about a rich guy before, so you can't
I
say
don't-
the rich guy now.
In the beginning.
Okay, so you need to say that then.
In the rich guy in the beginning.
Nobody.
talk-
You have to describe something that you already described before, so we know who he is.
He was who talked.
He was who? No.
He was the guy
Yeah.
who
Who?
talked with Sam and Jared at
Not
his
at.
in his house, in front of his house,
Yes.
about both.
That's better. Yeah. And his name is Bryce.
Bryce.
Okay. Okay.
Then Jared tried to run away.
Not ran.
Tried to run away. He jumped in the water and he could escape from them until he went. After that, he went to some place. There was the royal there.
Okay.
As they yelled each other at each other, someone
Simply came. Oh no.
someone called Jared. He said he caught Sam. That made Jared was angry.
That made
Jared angry.
Okay.
they went to his friend bad guy a bad guy another how is it complicated he went to the rich guy and
Who's the rich guy?
his friend old friend
You mean Bryce?
Bryce he went to Bryce
Okay.
and saw Sam and her friend
Who's her friend?
the police
Okay.
the police dead
The
the police were the dead police
man.
and Sam he said let Sam go he will go to get what Bright want
Sentence is okay, but I don't think that's what the movie was. That happened in the movie. Anyway, keep going. Let's go.
and after that Jared and Bryce's team went to some place in the cave a cave in the ocean
Okay.
he bought things he kept before to them and I don't know what they talked
What they
said
but not brought things they kept. No, he showed.
he showed what he get
Found.
what he found
Right, in the shipwreck.
in the shipwreck
Okay. Quick, let's go. Finish.
and I think Bright wanted cocaine
The
the cocaine as Jared bought everyone to see all of cocaine
all of
the cocaine
right.
broke gone can't use as Jared brought everyone to
Not
the
as. Remember, as means two things are happening at the same time. This has nothing to do with as.
Sam tried to
Not ran.
run away
Okay.
as Jared brought
Brr.
everyone to the airplane
Okay. More D's. We need more D's. Come on, quick.
Bright saw
Bright.
I don't know Bright
Bright.
Bryce saw all of the cocaine meal in the
Was
water
gone.
was gone
Mm.
and what happened next they
Quick.
fight each other
Quick. Okay. Quick.
they fight each other
Okay.
Jared jumped in the water he went in the airplane and everyone followed him and they were fighting in the airplane many people died because shark and they killed each other. Finally, Jared could run away with Sam and the lawyer.
Oh, right. L.
and next day
and
another day
then
next day
the
next day they went to the ship เหรอ
what ship
Canon
what's the name of the ship
I don't know
oh no
I forgot Canon not ship
Zephyr
huh
Zephyr okay
they found many piece of gold
bars of gold
มันฮะ bars ทองแท่งนะ bars gold of gold bars of gold
all right
oh yes just that's
Okay.
all
okay here's Sipti's goldfish some ants in there also with some extra protein for you okay first of all now the story is not that bad you know enough words you understand the basic idea of how to start from the beginning and get to the end but the problem is that you're focusing on things that nobody cares about right when we tell a story we jump from the important part to the next important part right just like in a movie when you're watching a movie and Japanom he fights with one criminal and then he says okay now I need to go to Lampang and fight another one we don't see him on the bus for 3 hours sitting there waiting right the movie goes from one fight to the next we don't care about the boring parts in the middle when you're describing the movie it doesn't matter and then Jared went back to his house in the car and the car was like this and there was like this nobody cares about those things we got to focus on what's important just the details that are exciting right so jump from the boring part to the exciting part of the movie don't worry about the boring parts that are in between skip those parts it's okay just focus on the great parts and describe them in detail okay anyway this movie has very bad ratings like Sipti said the story is not that great but I like this movie because it shows very well the American people these 4 people represent a lot of friends that I have met in the United States there's usually one girl
Amanda
no one girl like Sam who doesn't want to do anything bad she's like hey let's all be friends let's be nice to each other and then there's usually one guy who has a lot of honor kind of like Sam he's like we got to do the right thing don't make any trouble and usually he's that type of person is always dreaming about building something right you saw it also in the Notebook remember Noah he was trying to build his house right in this movie Jared he's trying to build his boat it's very common guys have a dream of getting away from the city getting away from civilization and building something my dad also my mom used to say my dad had a boat out behind the house and every day he would talk about how he was going to finish the boat
how
no that he was going to finish the boat but then my mom said he would get drunk after breakfast and he never finished the boat all his life he never finished probably it's gone now but anyway it's very common that type of person who has a dream of trying to do something but they can't because they get drunk or they don't have enough experience or they have too many other problems and then there's like the rich lawyer just like guys like that are very common people who are
bad guy
no the lawyer people who are excited they're willing to do any job that can make money they're willing to be a little bit sneaky if they have to break the laws a little bit here and there they don't want to be evil but they're willing to do whatever it takes to succeed a little bit. And then there's party girls like Amanda who just want to have fun and are not interested in any consequences
We like to make problem.
or anything like that. This represents a lot of people. These four people, they represent a lot of characters in the world, in the United States also. Anyway, the other part of this movie that is very clear is how American people imagine corruption. Okay, do you know what corruption is?
โกงช่อโกง
Corruption means the word corruption.
not right not do same the law
No, corruption, just the word corruption means something that is broken. It's not created well. If you build a sword and in the metal there are pieces of garbage, it's corrupted. It means it's not strong, it's not built right. That's where corruption comes from. When corruption happens in a country, then it means that there are bad people in this structure, in this system. This movie explains very, very clearly, even though the story is boring, what American people imagine corruption is like, right? The Russian people say that corruption is like a fish. It rots from the head. They say that the corruption comes from the people who are the strongest. It's not from the small people at the bottom. It's the strong people. So in this movie, you can see what American people imagine corruption is. In the United States, corruption is not that common. There's corruption in the government. People believe that there are evil people, blah, blah, blah. But it's not something that people focus on in everyday life. But what we believe is that there are just drug dealers, right? That's the guy at the bar. Remember with the mohawk. Okay? We believe that there's low-level criminals that steal things and sell drugs. Above them are people who are a little bit smarter. Usually like white guys who have a lot of money. That's the guy on the boat. That was the British guy on the boat, right? Who people think are the criminals. They look like criminals. They look evil. They have a lot of money. When you see them, you know they're criminals. So there's the people who are selling drugs, and then above them, that guy on the boat. Above them are the police. So then you remember, Sam went to her friend at the police.
I forgot to tell that scene.
Right. Well, anyway, she went to the police. She thought she was doing the right thing.
Yes, but
So she told everything. She said, listen, I'm sorry. She went to the police. She tried to help. Well, the police were corrupt also. So there's the bottom people who are selling drugs. They're poor and stupid. Then there's the smart guy above them who looks evil. Then there's the police above them. And then above them are the businessmen.
Bryce.
That's Bryce. So this is the level of corruption, evilness that American people believe. The bottom are just stupid criminals, then smart criminals, then the police or the government, and then above them are the worst evil in the world, businessmen.
He can kill other people.
Yeah. People who are interested in just making money, who are they look kind.
In fun, he like to take care of children.
Yes.
To
right?
help other people.
You can't see these people. That's what American people believe. We say a wolf in sheep's clothing looks like a kind person on the outside, but in the inside evil.
It's real thing.
That's what people believe. Is that when you get to the top, when you get to the evilest, most horrible people, they look very kind and very nice, and they talk with kids, and they're very good at speaking. They're very rich, they're businessmen. Usually they own big companies or something like that. So that's the normal line of evilness that people believe. It's not usually the government that American people think are evil. It's usually businessmen at the top. And the government is just in the middle somewhere getting crushed by the businessmen. Now, the problem in America is that we have two groups. We have people who believe that, and then business people who say, no, I am that person and I'm not evil. I'm working hard. So we have a fight in the United States between kind of socialism and capitalism.
Capitalism.
Yeah. I didn't bring my phone, so we won't be able to translate. But we'll talk about that on another show when we learn about the Soviet Union. But anyway, this movie is very good because even though the story is crappy and it got low ratings, it is very good to see a lot of examples of complicated beliefs presented in a very, very, very simple, easy to understand way.
Okay.
Questions about anything in the movie or about businessmen or about companies or about gold? Something about the movie?
Still have that. Go.
Would you go look for gold? Is there any gold in Thailand? Can we go find any gold treasure?
Probably no.
Is there any treasure in Thailand? Pirates?
No, I think no. Thai people like to use a lot.
Use? Were there any pirates in Thailand a long time ago? It's near the ocean. Were there any ships? Did Thai people have boats?
I didn't heard about pirate in Thai.
In
Thailand.
Oh, right. You want some more goldfish?
No. Just battle war.
What about treasure? Is there any treasure in Thailand?
Usually in ground.
Yeah. Ground.
No, you
closed it already. Where did the treasure come from? Whose was it?
People in the past.
Okay.
The past. Because Thai people believe we like to keep things expensive things under the ground. In the ground. Ground.
2 goldfish tomorrow. Okay.
And when everything like water came and someone, what do you call?
Digs.
They will found.
If someone digs down.
If someone digs down, they will find goldfish. Yeah. No.
What kind of gold can we find in Thailand?
In Thailand, not like in your movie. Rings.
Why don't you have any gold?
I don't want.
You don't like gold? You're not a pirate?
I don't like because one time I bought gold.
3 goldfish tomorrow.
No, gold ring and what do you call?
Try and keep
bracelet. No. Necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw myself in the mirror.
Not the mirror.
In a mirror. The mirror.
Mirror.
Okay. I'm look very old. I looked very old.
4
old no John I try it to eat every day
Not tried.
I was
No.
I
No.
try
I
try
I try. But sometimes Sipti puts the goldfish in her mouth and spits it spits it
not
out.
in the beginning but not now
When Sipti first started, she would eat the goldfish, and then she would leave. She would okay, bark, and she would spit it. Okay.
okay
Anyway, okay.
what you call all of them
Jewelry.
jewelry
Jewelry.
jewelry
Jewelry.
jewelry
Not jeweler.
jewelry
Re.
you saw in the picture
Not
in
picture.
in picture
In
the pictures of old Thai people they like to wear they what
5.
they
One more goldfish.
huh?
They
liked
right. 5.
no John
5 tomorrow.
to wear many jewelries
Not many. A lot.
a lot of jewelry
Jewelry.
jewelry
No.
jewelry
Jewelry. No.
jewelry
No. Jewelry.
jewelry
Okay. Anyway,
okay
that's the end of Into the Blue. Another episode of Sipti's painful movie reviews. But it's getting better, but this one, Sipti didn't really like the movie. She wasn't paying attention, and she didn't learn to skip the boring parts. We heard probably 30 minutes of, Jared in his car and talking with Rice. That was bad. We got to skip the boring parts. But if we learn to focus on the exciting parts and describe them perfectly, then we'll be okay. Okay, any questions?
no
Okay, so remember, corruption in the United States. Criminals, stupid criminals, and then smart criminals, then the police, then the businessmen, and then Sipti.
no
okay.
that's you
Okay, thank you so much. Bye
Thank you
bye.
ขอบคุณค่ะ